Hello student, good morning. Myself Sri K. D. Borsesar, biology subject teacher. In previous lecture we learn enhancement of food production chapter content concepts, microbes in energy generation. In that we detail discuss biogas plant, typical biogas plant, how biogas production, what are the benefits of biogas. In previous lecture we also detail discuss a role of microbes as biocontrol agents. Today we are going to learn some more concept including enhancement of food production chapter, a role of microbes as biofertilizer, also types of biofertilizer microorganisms. So let us start today's first concept, role of microbes as biofertilizer. In that first concept, what is fertilizer? The fertilizer means nutrient substances which maintain fertility of the soil, growth of plant, called as fertilizer. Means simply fertilizers are nutrient substances which maintain fertility of the soil and growth of the plant. Such nutrient substances are called as fertilizer. Fertilizers are necessary for growth of plant, productivity of cultivated plant, fertility of soil, also green revolution. Up to this we detail discuss fertilizer concept. Classification of fertilizer. Fertilizers are classified into two groups: inorganic fertilizer, that is chemical fertilizer, and organic fertilizer, that is biological fertilizer. We detail discuss difference between inorganic fertilizer and organic fertilizer. First one is inorganic fertilizer and organic fertilizer. Inorganic fertilizers are chemical in origin, organic fertilizers are biological in origin. Second point, inorganic fertilizers are synthetic fertilizer, organic fertilizers are non-synthetic fertilizer. Point number 3, minerals, salt of NPK means nitrogen, phosphate and potassium are mixed. Organic fertilizers are farm yard manure, FYM, compost and green manure. Point number 4, excessive use of inorganic fertilizer leads to pollution of soil, pollution of air and pollution of groundwater. Also soil becomes acidic. Excessive use of organic fertilizer not leads to pollution, increase the fertility of soil. So this is different between inorganic fertilizer and organic fertilizer. Up to this we detail discuss organic fertilizer and inorganic fertilizer. Organic fertilizers are most valuable than the inorganic fertilizer, because if excessive use of inorganic fertilizer leads to pollution of soil, air, groundwater, also soil becomes acidic. Excessive use of organic fertilizer not leads to pollution and increase fertility of soil. So organic fertilizer are most valuable than the inorganic fertilizer. Hope that you understood everything. Now a day for better and sustainable agriculture production, farmer use biofertilizers. We detail discuss biofertilizers. What is biofertilizers? Biofertilizer means microorganisms or their products which are utilized to increase fertility of soil, called as biofertilizer. Means in simply, biofertilizers are microorganisms or their products which utilize to increase the fertility of soil, called as biofertilizer. Biofertilizer are mostly nitrogen fixing biofertilizer, living microorganisms. Means biofertilizer are mostly nitrogen fixing living microorganisms which help to add nitrogenous compound into the soil, leads to increase fertility of the soil. Biofertilizers are nitrogen fixing living microorganisms which help to add, त्यांच्या मदतीने ॲडेड केले जातात नायट्रोजिनस कंपाऊंड into the soil, resulting increase the fertility of the soil. They include bacteria, means nitrogen fixing microorganisms include bacteria, cyanobacteria and fungi also. Up to this we detail discuss concept of biofertilizer. Types of biofertilizer on the basis of nature and function of biofertilizer are divided into following groups. Number 1, first group, nitrogen fixing biofertilizer, phosphate solubilizing biofertilizer, compost making biofertilizer, cyanobacteria as a biofertilizer and fungal biofertilizer. Means on the basis of nature and function, biofertilizers are divided into 5 groups: nitrogen fixing, phosphate solubilizing, compost making, cyanobacteria, fungal. All these 5 are different types of biofertilizer. We detail discuss one by one. First one is nitrogen fixing biofertilizer. What is nitrogen fixing biofertilizer? The microorganisms which convert atmospheric nitrogen into nitrogenous compounds like nitrates and nitrates via ammonia, called as nitrogen fixing biofertilizer. The microorganisms which convert atmospheric nitrogen into nitrogenous compounds like nitrates via ammonia, called as nitrogen fixing biofertilizer. Nitrogen fixing microorganisms, also called as diazotrophs, are 2 types. Why nitrogen fixing microorganisms are also called as diazotrophs? Because nitrogen fixing microorganisms are 2 types. Number 1, symbiotic nitrogen fixing microorganism and free living or non symbiotic nitrogen fixing microorganisms, so called them diazotrophs. We learn one by one. First one is symbiotic nitrogen fixing microorganisms. What is symbiotic association? Symbiotic association means two organisms live close together, between them mutual gives relationship. दोन ऑर्गॅनिझम एकत्र राहतात, क्लोज टुगेदर, लिव्ह क्लोज टुगेदर, बिटवीन देम म्युच्युअल गिव्स, दोघांमध्ये म्युच्युअल गिव्स रिलेशनशिप असतं. सो दिस association called as symbiotic association. What is symbiotic association? Two organisms live close together, between them mutual gives relationship called as symbiotic association. Symbiotic nitrogen fixing microorganism shows symbiotic association. Example, symbiotic nitrogen fixing microorganisms like rhizobium is one of the example of symbiotic nitrogen fixing microorganism. Anabaena is also one of the symbiotic nitrogen fixing microorganism, and Frankia is also one of the symbiotic nitrogen fixing microorganism. There are associated with, means here noted all these: rhizobium, Anabaena, Frankia. These are associated with underground root of higher plants. Means underground root of higher plants and rhizobium symbiotic association. Underground root of higher plant and Anabaena symbiotic association. Underground root of higher plant and Frankia symbiotic association seen. Up to this we detail discuss. Symbiotic nitrogen fixing microorganisms is one of the type of nitrogen fixing biofertilizer. Now we learn free living or non-symbiotic nitrogen fixing microorganisms. Example, Azotobacter, Nostoc, Clostridium, Bezerinkia, Klebsiella. Here noted all these different, means total 5: Azotobacter, Nostoc, Clostridium, Bezerinkia, Klebsiella are free living non-symbiotic nitrogen fixing microorganism. Up to this we detail discuss. Nitrogen fixing biofertilizer. You know there are two types of nitrogen fixing microorganisms: symbiotic nitrogen fixing microorganisms and free living nitrogen fixing microorganisms. Now we detail discuss phosphate solubilizing biofertilizer. Second type of biofertilizer known as phosphate solubilizing biofertilizer. What is phosphate solubilizing biofertilizer? Some bacterial species which solubilize the insoluble inorganic phosphate compounds such as rock phosphate, called as phosphate solubilizing biofertilizer. Means some bacterial species have ability to solubilize the insoluble inorganic phosphate compounds like rock phosphate are solubilized by bacterial species. So such bacterial species are called as phosphate solubilizing biofertilizers. Example, Pseudomonas striata is a rock phosphate biofertilizer because Pseudomonas striata is phosphate solubilizing biofertilizer. Bacillus polymixa is also phosphate solubilizing biofertilizer. Agrobacterium also, Macrococcus and Aspergillus species here noted. All these different genus species are phosphate solubilizing biofertilizers, have ability to solubilize the insoluble inorganic phosphate compounds. Hope that you understood everything. Now we learn third type of biofertilizer known as compost making biofertilizer. What is compost making biofertilizer? Composting is a natural process that turn organic material into dark rich substances called as compost or humus. Compost or humus are the final result of compost making material. Composting is natural process that turn organic material into dark rich substance. Means compost is dark rich substance. Humus is also dark rich substance. Many type of microorganisms break down organic material into compost. Many type of microorganisms break down organic material into compost or humus. Example, bacteria. Some bacteria are compost making biofertilizer. Some actinobacteria is also compost making biofertilizer. Fungi, protozoan and rotifers are also compost making biofertilizer. Up to this we detail discuss. Compost making biofertilizer are also bacteria, actinobacteria, fungi, protozoa and rotifers. Now we learn fourth type of biofertilizer known as cyanobacteria as biofertilizer. Cyanobacteria as biofertilizer. Many cyanobacteria are aquatic and terrestrial, free living and symbiotic, aerobic and photosynthetic, nitrogen fixing, heterocytous and non-heterocytous forms. Means many cyanobacteria are maybe aquatic, terrestrial, free living, symbiotic, aerobic, photosynthetic, nitrogen fixing, heterocystous and non-heterocystous forms of cyanobacteria. Example, Anabaena, Nostoc, Plectonema, oscillatoria are cyanobacteria used as biofertilizer. Cyanobacteria as a biofertilizer, that Anabaena, Nostoc and Polypothrix are associated with lichen. These three examples of cyanobacteria like Anabaena, Nostoc and Polypothrix are associated with lichens. Means symbiotic association of Anabaena, Nostoc, Polypothrix with lichen. Anabaena is associated with plants like Azolla and Cycas. Senior diagrammatic representation. TS of Azolla leaf showing microorganism, filamentous microorganism. Anabaena seen here. Leaf of azolla contain, this is the Anabaena microorganism. This one is Anabaena microorganism. So Anabaena microorganism association with azolla plant, that is symbiotic association. So Anabaena azole has nitrogen fixing ability. Atmospheric nitrogen is converted into nitrate or nitrates to azolla leaf. So azolla leaf is gives to Anabaena shelter. So in between them means Anabaena and azolla leaf, in between them symbiotic association is seen. So Anabaena is a cyanobacteria as a biofertilizer. Up to this we detail discuss cyanobacteria as a biofertilizer. Hope that you understood everything. Now fifth one is fungal biofertilizers. Mycorrhiza is a fungus. Mycorrhiza is a fungus. It forms symbiotic association with underground part of the rhizomes and roots of higher plants, occurring in thick humid forest. जो आपण थिक ह्युमिड फॉरेस्ट बघतो तो मायकोरायझा फंगस. It form symbiotic association with underground part like rhizome and root of higher plants, and due to this occurring very thick humid forest. These are discovered by means thick humid forest discovered by Frank is one of the scientists, 1885. Fungal biofertilizer has two types, ectomycorrhizae and endomycorrhizae are two types of fungal biofertilizer. We detail discuss one by one. First one is ectomycorrhizae. What is ectomycorrhizae? Ectomycorrhizae means when fungus with well developed mycelium that form mantle on the outside of the roots called as ectomycorrhizae. When fungus with well developed mycelium, फंगसला वेल डेव्हलप झालेले मायसेलियम फॉर्म करतात मॅन्टल मीन्स नेट ज्याला आपण जाळी म्हणतो ऑन द आउटसाइड ऑफ द रूट्स. रूटच्या आउटसाइडला फॉर्म होतो मॅन्टल ड्यू टू मायसेलियम डेव्हलप इन द फंगस. सच mental development on outside the root of plant called as ectomycorrhizae type of fungus seen here. This is the root part and this thread like part are mantle around the root outside. So this is the most important example of ectomycorrhizae seen here. Mycelium are seen. This part is root part. Mycelium are present outside the root, form mantle. Such structure of fungus called as ectomycorrhizae. What is benefit of ectomycorrhizae? Increase absorptive surface area of roots. Rootsचा absorptive surface area increase होतो due to ectomycorrhizae. Second, accelerate uptake of water and nutrients like nitrogen, phosphate, calcium and potassium. So this is also one of the benefit of ectomycorrhizae. Accelerate, मोठ्या प्रमाणात अपटेक केलं जातं water as well as nutrients like nitrogen, phosphate, calcium and potassium. Number third, increase plant vigorous growth and yield increases is also one of the benefit of ectomycorrhizae. Number four, some hyphae of mycorrhizae fungus penetrate into root, form hurting net, penetrate into the root, form hurting net in the intercellular space of the root cortex. Here noted all these four different benefits of ectomycorrhizae. Up to this we detail discuss. Fungal biofertilizer is one of the ectomycorrhizae. Now we learn endomycorrhizae. What is endomycorrhizae? When fungus with well-developed mycelium grow in between and within the cortical cell of roots called as endomycorrhizae. Means fungus ने डेव्हलप केलेला जो मायसेलियम पार्ट असतो तो ग्रो होतो इन बिटवीन द cortical cells or in between the cortical cells of the root. Such mycelium fungus grow in between within the cortical cell of the root are called as endomycorrhizae. Seen here diagrammatic representation. These are the cortical cells, and this in the cortical cell and in between the cortical cell present the fungus mycelium part are called as endomycorrhizae. Seen here, these are also cortical cells, and these are the number of mycelium branches. So branches of mycelium are called as arbuscles. Always remember, branches of mycelium are called as arbuscles, and at the end of arbuscle show a rounded structure is formed called as vesicle. Means arbuscles and vesicles are two structure formed by mycelium in endomycorrhizae. These two structure are most important. No doubt both structure are present inside the cortical cell of the roots as well as in between cortical cell of the roots. Importance of endomycorrhizae. Number one, first, fungal hyphae penetrate the cell and form finally branched arbuscle intercellularly and form vesicles. Means arbuscle and vesicles are the part of mycelium endomycorrhizae. Second point, vesicles and arbuscles form in intercellular space of cortical cells. Hence they are called as vesiculo-arbuscular mycorrhizae. Means VAM, vesiculo arbuscular mycorrhizae, VAM, short form, due to vesicle arbuscles form in the intercellular space of cortical cell, hence called as VAM, means vesiculo-arbuscular mycorrhizae. Now they describe as AM fungi means arbuscular mycorrhizae. Up to this we detail discuss three different points of importance of endomycorrhizae. Now we learn benefits of endomycorrhizae. What is benefits of endomycorrhizae? Number one, the plant with VAM means vesicular arbuscular mycorrhizae grow luxuriantly in less irrigated land. Grow luxuriantly in less irrigated lands is one of the benefit of endomycorrhizae. The association of worm with crop plants help in conversion of less productive field into more productive field. Due to association of worm, the crop plants help conversion less productive field into more productive field. लेस प्रोडक्टिव फील्ड कन्वर्ट करता है तो मोर प्रोडक्टिव फील्ड ड्यू टू एसोसिएशन ऑफ वर्म is also one of the most important benefit of endomycorrhizae. Up to this we detail discuss fungal biofertilizer, two types, ectomycorrhizae and endomycorrhizae. Hope that you understood everything. Means up to this we detail discuss total 5 different types of biofertilizers. Nitrogen fixing biofertilizer, phosphate solubilizing biofertilizer, compost making biofertilizer, cyanobacteria as a biofertilizer, and fungal biofertilizer. Now we learn biofertilizer microorganisms. Rhizobium is one of the biofertilizer microorganism. Azotobacter is also one of the biofertilizer microorganism. Azospirillum is also one of the biofertilizer microorganism. Anabena, Azolla is also biofertilizer microorganism. We learn one by one. First one is Rhizobium as a biofertilizer. How Rhizobium as a biofertilizer? Rhizobia are rod shape, motile, aerobic, gram negative, non-spore forming, nitrogen fixing bacteria. Here all these different points of Rhizobia are characteristic features like rod shape, motile, aerobic, gram negative, non-spore forming, and nitrogen fixing ability. Means all these different characteristics are shown in Rhizobia. Is a bacteria Rhizobia contain node gene and NIF gene, nitrogen fixing gene. They form symbiotic association with roots of leguminous plant. Leguminous plant च्या रूट बरोबर symbiotic association form होतं कोणाचं? रायझोबियमचं. So they form symbiotic association with root of leguminous plants. Seen here, leguminous plant roots have developed number of root nodules. These root nodules are actual rhizobium nodules. So rhizobium form association, symbiotic association with root of leguminous plant. This is the diagrammatic representation. Rhizobium and a root of leguminous plant is symbiotic association is seen. They bring, means rhizobium, about nodules formation. Rhizobium काय करतात तर nodules formation करतात on the root and multiply inside the nodules. Inside the nodules, rhizobiums becomes multiply. Senior diagrammatic representation, TS of root nodule diagram. In TS of leguminous plant root nodules show this part is root contain. These are the xylems and these are the phloems. These are the different cortical cells of the root, and this part is actual root nodules part. Inside the root nodule, the cortical cells of the root contain colonies of bacteria. These are the different bacteria are seen inside the cortical cells of root nodules. These bacteria are rhizobium bacteria. Means rhizobium bacteria is live inside the root nodules of cortical cells of the leguminous plant roots, and this is the symbiotic association with root nodules leguminous plant. Up to this we detail discuss 4 different points. Rhizobia as a biofertilizer. Now 5th point, rhizobium bacteria fix atmospheric nitrogen into organic form as nutrients which can be used by plants. Rhizobium फिक्स करतात ॲटमॉस्फेरिक नायट्रोजनला into organic forms as nutrients, means nitrates or nitrates, which can be used by plant, means leguminous plant. ते जे तयार केलेलं नायट्रेट्स ऑर्गॅनिक फॉर्म्स ऑफ न्यूट्रियंट्स त्याचा उपयोग करतात आणि ॲटमॉस्फेरिक नायट्रोजनचं नायट्रेटमध्ये रूपांतर रायझोबियम करून देतो. सो रायझोबियम अँड रूट्स ऑफ लिग्युमिनस प्लांट आर association form with one another called as symbiotic association, because leguminous plant provide shelter to the rhizobium. निवारा मिळवून देतात कोणतर leguminous plant कोणाला, rhizobiumला. And rhizobiums are fix atmospheric nitrogen into organic forms as nitrate or nitrates nutrient medium to the leguminous plant. So this is the symbiotic association in between rhizobium and leguminous plant seen here. These are the rhizobium bacteria present inside the cortical cells of the root. So these bacteria fix atmospheric nitrogen and convert into nitrates and nitrates. That is most important for leguminous plant. These nodules are actual formed by rhizobium bacteria. For example, rhizobium leguminosarum. Rhizobium leguminosarum is specific to pea plant. Pea plant is one of the leguminous plant. So always remember Rhizobium leguminosarum is one of the variety of rhizobia is specific to pea plant, and Rhizobium, second species of Rhizobium phaseoli is specific to beans. Rhizobium phaseoli is specific to bean, and Rhizobium leguminosarum is specific to pea plant. Up to this we detail discuss rhizobia or Rhizobium as a biofertilizer. Hope that you understood everything. Now we learn Azotobacter is biofertilizer. How Azotobacter is biofertilizer? It is important and well known free living bacteria. Azotobacter is important and well known free living bacteria. It nitrogen fixing aerobic non-photosynthetic non-nodule forming bacteria. These are the characteristic features of Azotobacter. It is nitrogen fixing aerobic non-photosynthetic non-nodule forming bacteria. You know Rhizobium is nodule forming bacteria. Azotobacter is non-nodule forming bacteria. Azotobacter associated with root of grasses, certain plants. Means association होतं Azotobacterचं कोणाबरोबर तर root of grasses बरोबर, also some plant. It is used as biofertilizer for all non-leguminous plants, especially rice, cotton, vegetables. Always remember Azotobacter as a biofertilizer. It is used as biofertilizer for all non-leguminous plants like especially rice, cotton and vegetable. Hope that you understood everything. Up to this we detail discuss. Azotobacter is one of the bacteria as a biofertilizer. Third one is Azospirillum as a biofertilizer. It is free living aerobic nitrogen fixing bacterium. Azospirium associated with root of corn, maize, wheat, root of wheat and root of jawar. Means Azospirillum associated with root of corn, root of wheat and root of jawar. Symbiotic association seen in between Azospirium and root of corn, wheat and jawar. They also fix considerable quantity of nitrogen, about 20 to 40 kilogram nitrogen per hours. Always remember Azospirillum is one of the bacteria associated with roots of corn, wheat and jawar. Fix considerable quantity of nitrogen, about 20 to 40 kilogram nitrogen per hours. This is most important in non-leguminous plant such as cereals, millets, cottons, oil seeds. It is main importance of Azospirillum. Azospirillum fix considerable quantity of nitrogen in non-leguminous plant like cereals, millets, cotton and oil seeds. Up to this we detail discuss. azospirillum as a biofertilizer. Now we learn fourth one is Anabaena as a biofertilizer. It is genus of multicellular filamentous cyanobacteria. Anabaena as a biofertilizer means Anabaena is one of the genus of multicellular filamentous cyanobacteria. Seen here, these are the Anabaena filamentous biofertilizer. Second point, it has means Anabaena has ability to fix nitrogen. Point number 3, Anabaena form symbiotic association with plant like coralloid roots of Cycas, Anthocerus thallus. Symbiotic association with some plant like coralloid root of Cycas and Anthocerus thallus. It has nitrogen fixing site called as heterocyst is specialized and colorless cells. Means in Anabaena show nitrogen fixation site called as heterocyst is specialized and colorless cell. Up to this we detail discuss Anabaena as a biofertilizer. Now we learn Azolla as a biofertilizer. Azolla is a free floating water fern plant. Seen here diagrammatic representation. This is the Azolla is a free floating water fern plant. Its most important characteristic feature, it consists of a floating rhizome stem. This is the floating rhizome stem of the Azolla plant with small overlapping bilobe leaves and roots. These are the bilobe leaves and roots, small overlapping present in Azolla plant. This is the most important characteristic feature of Azolla plant. The leaves show, Azolla leaves show dorsal and ventral lobes. Seen here diagrammatic representation. This lobe is dorsal lobe of Azolla leaf. So leaf of Azolla show dorsal and ventral lobes. In dorsal lobe of Azolla, Anabaena filamentus are present in Erenchyma. This is the Anabaena filamentus microorganism present in Erenchyma of dorsal lobe of leaf. These Anabaena microorganism have ability to fix nitrogen. Such nitrogen is converted into nitrates or nitrites are present inside the Azolla leaf. So Azolla leaf used as biofertilizer in rice field. Always remember Azolla leaf used as biofertilizer in rice field because Azolla leaf contain Erenchyma cells, Anabaena filamentus microorganism that have ability to atmospheric nitrogen into nitrates or nitrites, and due to this Azolla leaf becomes a rich nitrogenous compound leaf. So Azolla used as biofertilizer. Up to this we detail discuss Azolla as a biofertilizer. Now benefits of biofertilizers. How benefit biofertilizer? Number one, low cost and can use by marginal farmers. Biofertilizer is very low cost, can be used by marginal farmers are also. So this is benefit to marginal farmer. Second benefit of biofertilizer, free from pollution hazard. Use biofertilizer that are free from pollution hazards. Third one is increase soil fertility. Fourth one is blue-green algae as a biofertilizer secrete growth promoting substances, organic acids, proteins and vitamins. This is one of the benefit of biofertilizer. Number 5, azotobacter supply nitrogen antibiotics into the soil. This is also one of the benefit of biofertilizer. Biofertilizer increases physiochemical property of soil. सॉइलची फिजिओकेमिकल प्रॉपर्टी इन्क्रीज होते, लाईक टेक्स्चर, स्ट्रक्चर, pH, water holding capacity of the soil. Texture, structure, pH, water holding capacity of the soil is increases by providing nutrient and organic matter through biofertilizers, and this is the most important benefit. Up to this we detail discuss different benefits of biofertilizer. A review today's topic. We learn in today's topic a role of microbes as biofertilizer. In that we detail discuss what is fertilizer, classification of fertilizer, inorganic chemical fertilizer, organic biological fertilizer, also biofertilizers in detail, types of biofertilizer like nitrogen fixing biofertilizer, phosphate solubilizing biofertilizer, compost making biofertilizer, cyanobacteria as a biofertilizer, and fungal biofertilizer. Also we detail discuss biofertilizer microorganisms like rhizobium, azotobacter, azospirillum, Anabaena azolla. On the basis of today's lecture, some of the exercise question noted here. MCQ question number 1, which one of the following is free living bacterial biofertilizer? Azotobacter, Rhizobium, Nostoc, Bacillus thuringiensis. Yes, the correct answer is Azotobacter is free living bacterial biofertilizer. Second one is one of the free living anaerobic nitrogen fixer is Azotobacter, Bergeringia, Rhodospirillum, Rhizobium. Yes, the correct option is Rhodospirillum is one of the free living anaerobic nitrogen fixer. So C, Rhodospirillum is correct option. Third MCQ, the ictomycorrhizae form dash dash on the root surface, root tuber, mantle, root hair, arbuscles. Yes, the ictomycorrhizae form Mantle on the root surface. B, mantle is correct option. Number 4, identify phosphate solubilizing biofertilizer. Azotobacter. Aspergillus species. Rhizobium, Bacillus thuringiensis. Yes, the correct option is Aspergillus species is phosphate solubilizing biofertilizer. Identify the given diagram and labeled A and B. Yes, this is the TS of azolla leaf diagram. Show A. These are the Anabaena microorganisms. A, Anabaena microorganisms. B, cavity of azolla leaf, dorsal lobe. Identify the given diagram and labeled A, B, C and D. Yes, this is the TS of root nodules diagram. This part is root. This is the root nodule. A is root nodule. B, bacterial colony present in the cortical cells of the root nodules. This one is xylem and this is the phloem. Root nodules. A, bacterial species present in the cortical cells. B, xylems and phloems. Up to this, today's lecture completed. Hope that you understood everything. If you like the video, then you can subscribe my YouTube BioInfo channel. Tap the bell icon and like the video. If any doubt about today's lecture, mention in comment box. Thank you.